Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country as we proudly sing along to our national anthem, being performed tonight by St. Francis High School senior Maya Pezek.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Game 1 of the 2024 Charlevoix Varsity football season. Shane Smith and Gorney, Levi Prohl here leading this one off for you tonight, watching from home. And Game 1, right down here in Traverse City, about as big of an atmosphere as you can get. What are we looking forward to tonight? Just one heck of a start we've got coming here.
I'm looking forward to the beginning of Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
To open the season. Looking forward to a game in the perfect weather, mid-70s. Cloud cover, nice and cool. Humidity's a little high, so the guys are going to have to stay hydrated. But I'm looking forward to a lot of guys coming back. I'm looking forward to see what Ryan Pearl can do at wide receiver. One of the players I'm most excited to see come back is Hunter Lemerand at center. Last year, he was nearly flawless at center as a junior, and so I'm looking forward to his senior season. And, of course, our state champion wrestler, Brady Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the helmet quarterback again to see what he can do for his senior year. I'm excited for him.
Well, the Raiders have a lot going for them here this year. The St. Francis Gladiators aren't much worse, that's for darn sure. They had a big improvement here, a lot of upperclassmen compared to last year. They had a young team. Now they have close to 30 juniors and seniors on their squad, nearly doubling the size of what Charlevoix has, so they've got plenty of talent as well. Now, we do have the starting lineups here for the offense and defense for St. Francis, so we'll give them credit where credit's due. Word to Charlevoix to step up the game here just a little bit so we can have some of these at home as well. We've got Isaac Kerr at tight end as well as Matthew Kane. Left tackle, Ben Eckler. Left guard, Ben DeCarolis. Center, Bo Bellinger. Right guard, Zach Winowicki. I hope I say that correctly.
Yep, Winowicki.
Right tackle is Warren Asher. QB, Tyler Endress. He's a very, very capable player at the helm. Running back, Harrison Shepard. Fullback, Evan Bellinger, and the other running back here, Braxton Lasinski for the Glads. On the defensive side of things, defensive ends, Sam Wildfong and Matthew Kane. Defensive tackles, Warren Asher and Luke Gorman. Nose guard, Joe Detleff. We've got linebackers, Cam Sellers, Michael Frederick, and Jack Gruber. And defensive backs, Braxton Lasinski and Tyler Kedlek, and safety Harrison Shepard. So, ladies and gentlemen, that'll take care of things here. The opening lineups, teams meeting there at the center of the field. Gladiators have a very nice turnout here on their home stands tonight. Big crowd indeed.
I agree, and I'm looking at some numbers for us. Logan Watkins is another one I'm excited to see back. He's number 4 out on the field. He's going to be starting for the Raiders, as well as number 5 is out there, Brady Jess, our quarterback. With Logan, man, he's quick. And I'm thinking this year he's gotten even quicker. We've got number 15, Ryan Pearl, is setting up his kicking team. Getting ready for the kickoff, I see number 12, Jack Van Gilder, back out there on special teams. Number 7, Jack Terryberry, also on the kickoff squad.
Good young man there. You know, I'm feeling older and older, and fewer names are being familiar here on this list that we've got for the Raiders.
I'm excited to see Gannon Wood up on varsity. He had a great year last year on JV, and I'm looking forward to that. David Gray coming up on his senior year, going to be playing both offense and defensive side of the line. Number 3, Doug Morgridge out there on the kickoff, as well as number 2, Garrison Starrett. And rounding it out for the Raiders is number 11, Jackson Cusson. I'm excited to see what Jackson can do in that wide receiver position. All
righty, thank you, Ann. The kick finds its way down to about the Gladiator 22-yard line. Nice return of about 20 yards as he gets finally piled down at the 22. Looking to see who got the carry there. Jack Terryberry, though, was the man on the tackle.
It was, and Jack Terryberry might have stopped him from a score
That's
there,
right.
too, to start off the game. We know the Gladiators are a good team. They are always a contender, always. But so are the Raiders, so here we go.
And they've got a lot to prove after last year. Their first season ending with a losing record in over a decade, so they're coming out hungrier than ever to get a first win here against the Raiders on their home field.
Yep, Sawyer Blazek's down there on the line. It's good to have him back this year on the line. He played varsity as a sophomore last year, and he's back on the line this year as a junior.
Anderson Company here. Shotgun formation, the handoff right away up the center. The Raiders snuff that one out in a hurry. Gain of about 2 coming up here.
Garrison Starrett, a couple guys brought that tackle down, but Garrison Starrett was the one that came in and finished.
Harrison Shepard there on the run. Brady Warchall also credited there.
Good.
We had quite a few calls in his name last year as well, so excited to see how he progresses this, I believe, senior year of his.
Yep, Hunter Lemoran's out there right now playing linebacker.
St. Francis looking very sharp this evening. Another handoff, this time to number 9, Braxton Lasinski. He'll work his way up to midfield. Gain of about 7 coming up here. We've got 3rd and 1 coming up right at midfield. So about a minute and 10 seconds have kicked off the clock now as the play clock winds down, something we don't typically see at high schools. Down to 15 seconds now. St. Francis taking some time to talk things out here. 3rd down and a short one coming up right at midfield. Twins to the bottom and a single to the top here.
What do we have for a whistle here?
Looks like we've got a timeout, St. Francis. So with that, we are going to cut it to our first commercial break and come back on the other side of this.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out in getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Back.
And here we are. St. Francis taking an early timeout here, talking things over. 3rd and 1. This team has plenty of crafty moves to come up with here. Only a minute and a half gone by in the game so far. A little bit of a bobble with the snap there. Lasinski picks it up, trying to get across the line of gain. The Raiders may have held him. Number 5 for the What's that?
Number 5 for the Raider defense. Brady Jess was out there. Kind of started that stop and pushed him back, but then it was number 75, Sawyer Blazek, to finish it off.
I had to do a double take there. I forgot that Brady Jess would be.
They said he made the line of gain, so it's a first down for the Gladiators.
So edging their way into Raider territory, right at the 49-yard line now, or 51, depending on who you ask.
Nice math, Shane.
Thanks.
I know. He was waiting on me for that one. I'm like, there is no 51-yard line.
That was the thing I came up with last year.
oh.
Lasinski breaking away, running up the sideline. Gets pushed out of bounds at the 25. There is a flag on the field.
I believe that will be an offensive foul.
Logan Watkins was the man pushing out there, keeping that run from advancing any farther down the field.
I want to see what that flag was.
Chains have yet to move. Refs having a little confab here.
I haven't seen a signal. To me, it looked like an illegal block on number 44, Kane. So that ball is coming back.
Yep, that's right. So that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Second down, and they're giving him about 3 inches to go, or the nose of the football. So the Gladiators still gain a nice solid 9 yards on that play. Should have no problem getting yet another first down here inside of the Raider 40-yard line. And here we go. Wonder who jumped first.
You have a Raider player, number 4, Logan Watkins, is clapping about it. So I'm assuming it's against St. Francis.
Yep.
False start.
So that'll back him up now to the 45-yard, 44. There they are.
Yep. 5-yard walk-off.
So it was supposed to be a 20-yard gain, backed up 10 yards. So it was second and inches. Now we got second and about 5.5 coming up for the Glads. 9:53 to go in the first quarter. Run up the center once again. Good solid 4 yards gain there in that chunk. Harrison Shepard driving that one forward. 6'1" senior.
Yep. Brady Warshaw was in on that tackle. Looked great. Look at Felter go. Traverse City number 9, Braxton Lasinski taking it on the catch and the carry. Now Felter really did fight through that offensive line, put his hand up, almost got to the quarterback, but the pass got off. Number 9 took it. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Thank you for filling in for me, Ann. I just realized that we have to put our scoreboard up, so we're working on that right now as we speak. Thank you, Levi, for taking charge of that for us.
What would we do without Levi?
I don't know. Charlevoix will call their first timeout here, but we will keep it right here as Levi works on updating our scoreboard. I tell you what, last night was quite the time. I was up in Rudyard with a new one of our members. Two-man production up there. Very close game. 8-0 St. Mary, Gaylord St. Mary, one of our other schools, won over Rudyard. And then last night, Charles Strail, the owner of this company, was down here in this very stadium calling Gaylord versus TC West. And I believe West came victorious there 6-0.
Some tight games.
Yeah.
Let's hope tonight is just as tight here.
I know. Well, Gladiators are getting off to a strong start, and we certainly expected that. If I recall correctly, last year both teams scored on their opening possession when they met game 1 up in Charlevoix. So history rewriting itself here a little bit tonight.
Let's see what happens. Now the defense have held them back, and we're taking some time off the clock. So we're doing okay. Let's see what we can do here down in the red zone and inside the 10.
Yep, so far we're just a hair under 3 minutes on this drive. First and goal from the 8-yard line coming up for St. Francis. Handoff right up the center. Harrison Shepard finds pay dirt for the Glads. Boy, he had an opening wide enough he could drive a Mack truck through there, Ann.
Yeah, the Gladiators' offensive line really did a nice job opening up a gap that he could just run right through. And they are not even questioning it. The ball is already down. Are we lining up for a PAT or lining up for a 2-point conversion?
Not a whole lot to question there on that play. I mean, if I could see it and Ann could see it, then that's pretty good from all the way up here in the press box.
And we do have to give a shout out to TC St. Francis for this wonderful, amazing press box.
Yes.
Treating us so well and being so welcoming as our host school.
They've got food for us and everything up here, so we really appreciate it.
Going for 2. Number 9.
Right up the center we go with, Lisinski there. So an 8-0 game coming up. Gladiators take control of this one early, 8-0 on the board. On the other side of this, the Raiders will have their first opportunity of the season to find some pay dirt in the end zone. But until then, we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break here and be back on the other side of this. Stay tuned.
Do you want to come down a little more?
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, the you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if Auto Owners make sense for you.
We have Logan, Jack, and Garrison back to
receive. 10-yard game. Sorry, Ann, go ahead.
Logan Watkins, you're right. It's about a 10-yard gain. Logan had it bounce, took it, and then he was swarmed by blue jerseys.
Normally, a 10-yard gain off the kick return wouldn't be too bad, but when you're backed all the way up to your own 8-yard line, it's kind of tough sledding there. But we got to give credit to our very own, we'll call her executive producer, Jessica Alcorn. Charles is wonderful girlfriend. Got our camera.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't
just don't understand.
Maybe I should go see our friends at Gaylord Eye Center while I'm at it.
There you go.
So 2nd and 4 coming up for the Raiders at their own 25. Brady Jess, yeah, of course, kept it and run, not Isaac Kerr. Kind of his arch nemesis on the other side. This time, big man, number 22.
Intercept by the Gladiators, 53, Warren Asher. Third down.
7:50 to go.
Recovered by number 5, Brady Jess.
Words, yes, we're setting up the punt. Brian Pearl will be our punter.
Punt formation for the Raiders.
So tough
The Gladiators by Shepard.
slants. He was able to catch it back up. That was Cam Sellers, fell over it and saved the Raiders from gaining just about a good position as you could get off of a kick like that. So it will remain at their own 45-yard line to begin this possession.
Yeah, I get a little hyped up about this situations where he had it and dropped it, so that was a muff, but I was hoping a Raider could get it right there.
It was darn close.
It was close, but he did a great job just falling on the football.
Yep.
That's what you do. You just fall on the football.
Exactly what he was taught. He'll get an attaboy after the game tonight. So the Gladiators take back over at their own 45, 6:55.
Scholar. Quite the athlete and a good scholar. So
a quick 14-0 lead here. Charlevoix back on their laurels a bit. They expected this to be a tough game, but I don't know if they expected to be down 2 touchdowns with only 5 1/4 minutes gone by so far in the game.
We knew with our tight games with St. Francis last year. I mean, the Charlevoix has lost 20 seniors coming in. So a lot of guys, including the seniors on that field.
There was actually a bunch of nice stuff down. Yeah. I really appreciate that. It's just a bunch of man
Ball field here, a little bit slower than when they began, but they've got plenty of football ahead of them to play, and now is the time to stand stronger than ever. So they keep the fight up throughout the game. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step aside here with a word from our friends at Collar Clinic. Stay tuned.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a
Harrison Sterrett and Jack Terryberry.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Watkins, Garrison Sterrett, Jack Terryberry all in here to receive the kickoff. Raiders down 2. Scores at the moment 16-0. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. We've hardly gotten started in this game, though, ladies and gentlemen, so stay right where you are. The kicker for tonight, Sam Wildfong. That's a well-known name around here, not only in the football but basketball world. Seen a lot of his games, very accomplished athlete on this team as well. Out a deep boot, my goodness, a line drive down to the 10-yard line. Raiders having a hard time.
Number 4, Logan Watkins, return. Another tackle for the Gladiators, 34, Matthew Wildson. Touchdown Raiders. From the old 55.
Tell me what it's like to play in this artificial. I don't
Well, I can This is just cement under that little layer of rubber and turf.
And as we know, this field is used by TC St. Francis, TC Central, and TC West.
Yeah.
So all 3 schools are using this amazing field that they have here.
So the Raiders not able to gain anything there on that most recent attempt. So we'll go up here again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jess rearing back, finding a man. Well short there on the throw. Not able to make the completion to Ryan Pearl. So the Raiders coming up with another long third down here. Tyler Kedlick there in the area to break things up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shane.
No, you're good.
I would expect another pass.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But Brady seems to be back in the shotgun quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. And got to work out those first game jitters, too. Especially, I mean, this is as big of a venue as you can be at anywhere in northern Michigan.
Yeah.
So there's always that extra layer of nervousness added onto these players.
There is, but is there a tougher team to start your season against besides St. Francis?
No, absolutely not. Brady Jess will keep this one. Runs about 15 yards laterally to actually lose about a yard and a half or so. So St. Francis stands tall yet again. Michael Frederick there on the tackle. Ryan Pearl back there to punt things off here. Raiders with 2 straight 4 and outs.
And we have a whistle.
Laundry's all over on the field. It'll be a false start on the Raiders, bearing them back even farther. This time they'll be kicking. Ryan Pearl will be, I should say, from right about the 10-yard line. Clock's ticking, 5:45 to go. Pearl gets a handle on that one nicely. Back to the 47. A little switcheroo there to Cam Sellers. He's got a lane wide open. Looks like he might have open grass. He does. Touchdown, Gladiators.
Our last line of defense out there was number 66, Emmett Felter, and once he passed Emmett on the sideline, Cam Sellers was gone. Again!
Again. Off the kick return.
Cam Sellers, again.
A 53-yard kick return to the house, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 2 touchdowns now already, and both of them have transpired within the last about 2 minutes of game play. So, great night for him so far. We're not even through the first quarter.
5.5 left in the first quarter.
That's right, yeah.
For that matter. But again, I mean, your hardest team to play all season is Traverse City St. Francis, and we're getting them right out of the gun.
Yeah.
They're an excellent team, always have been. The Raiders are rebuilding this year.
Yeah,
they're out there fighting.
You lose 20 seniors, you're going to have some difficulties for sure. But the good thing is, Gladiators, well, we've got another flag here on the field, probably a false start.
Must be, because they're walking it back.
There you go.
So I wonder if this is going to change their mind about do they go for 2 or now kick?
Yeah, I think they've got a comfortable enough lead. They'll probably just keep the run-ins going. I haven't seen a whole lot. Well, although I will say Sam Wildflung did drill in a couple of extra point attempts last year. So we'll see. Looks like they'll continue with the 2-pointer.
Yeah, Andrus is out there. They're going for 2.
Mm-hmm. And St. Francis decides to take a timeout here on the 2-pointer. So, go ahead.
I would like to compliment the officiating crew as well. Don Gustafson is down there, and he does a lot of officiating for both football and basketball. We frequently see him in Charlevoix. He's an excellent referee. And as every game I do, this is my plug, to go and get your stripes. To go out there, become an official, help out kids. We always need good officials.
Well, with that, Ann, you know, I agree with you. People get after the refs so much for maybe missing a call here or there. And I always think to myself, why don't you get out there and do it? If you think you're going to be so good, go out there and try your hand at it. This is a very tough job that these refs have to do. And they're out in all sorts of weather, all sorts of conditions. So we have to give them more credit than they typically get for sure, for putting their evenings out for all of us here in northern Michigan to be able to call these games and be able to enjoy them across the state, across the nation.
And it's a great way to stay active and stay involved in your sport.
That's right, yeah. So they're going to continue with the two-pointer after the timeout call. Veering back for the pass to the far corner. Broken up there, no good.
Off the fingertips.
Off the fingertips of number 44, Matthew Kane. Garrison Starrett there to break things up. I cannot believe that the youngest Starrett boy is now a junior in high school.
Well, Garrison had a spectacular season last year on the JV squad. It's great to see him up here on varsity. And I'm hoping he can do good things, because we talked earlier about Logan Watkins probably having the best speed on the field. Garrison, I don't think, is far behind him.
Well, if it's anything like the rest of his Starrett pedigree, then I'm sure he's definitely got some legs under him for sure.
Well, and a shout out to his mom, Nicole Starrett, who's one of our elementary school teachers, who gives an awful lot to her students every single year. She's a spectacular teacher and a important key part of the Raider Nation.
And she also ran the Boston Marathon.
She did.
About a decade ago.
Yeah.
So lots of runners in this family.
She's a runner, Boston Marathon runner.
And I also have a Boston Marathon winner that lives in my neighborhood as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Charlevoix, we're just full of fun people.
Oh, my goodness, I guess so. We're very lucky to be from the town
including
that we are.
us. Including us.
Not to pat ourselves in the back or anything, but here we are. St. Francis kicking off. The Raiders have gone 4 and out here the last 2 attempts. Still only halfway through the first quarter. Buries that one all the way back in the end zone. Wild flung. One of the best boots I've seen here in Northern Michigan. So with that, as the Raiders take the field yet again, we're going to thank our friends at Bartlett and Martin Concrete. Stay tuned.
Bartlett's Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving Northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today, or visit us at Bartlett's Home Interiors.
Damn, that looks terrible. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders taking over from their 20-yard line. Trouble on the snap yet again. Brady Jess looks to have gotten back on it in time. And he did. But that'll still be a second and about 15 coming up here for the Raiders.
They're having trouble getting out of that area of the field on their first 3 possessions. But maybe if they can get out of it, maybe they'll break loose the rest of the game too.
Yeah.
Keep cheering them on and keep fighting for it. And they know they have a nice big challenge in front of them.
Ready, Jess. Nice handoff there. Logan Watkins run up the side. First down and some more by the Raiders. He's taken off. He's got wide open spaces in front of him all the way. Touchdown, Charlevoix. Yes, indeed. That's how you answer back, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Watkins on the second play of this possession takes it all the way some 80 yards to the end zone.
Give Logan credit. How many Gladiators had his heel?
God.
And he's tiptoeing down that sideline, and he is stepping, keeping his knees high the right way so that they did not trip him up. He did not lose his balance, and he took it in for a score.
No fewer than half dozen Gladiators he had to contend with, and he made it all the way. That is a man that makes you proud to be a Raider right there.
And he's a great guy to boot.
He is, yeah. Another neighbor of mine.
Yep, awesome student, great guy, respectful, and a heck of an athlete, both on the football field and the basketball court.
Yes, indeed. Excited for that season to come around the bend here. And only a couple of months, if you can believe it. And the Raiders look to have a false start coming up. Oh, delay of game. Well, all right. One or the other. They'll still get the 5 yards tacked on there to the extra point attempt. And you have the typical TCSF student section chiming in there for their 2 cents.
The "you can't do that" cheer, which the Charlevoix Raiders do frequently.
No, what do you mean they never do that, Ann? Come on.
Oh, there are many a basketball game you hear that cheer.
Oh, yeah.
Every team in the league.
And boy, would we know. We've been around a lot. But Brady Jess here keeps it for himself, couldn't find a man open, finds one this time, and the Raiders get the extra 2 points to number 3, Doug Morgridge. Yep.
Nice job, Doug Morgridge.
Man.
Because Doug actually went and he came back to get that pass. And I want to give it up to the linemen. They gave Brady the time to find a receiver.
And you got to give Brady Jess credit, too. That shows some skilled action there from a senior quarterback, being able to still find that man open, dead to rights there. He was going to be tackled within a few moments. Finding him there, threading the needle into the end zone for the Raiders' extra 2 points. So with that, we are going to take a moment now to thank our friends at Martin Concrete and be back on the other side of this in about 30 seconds.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D.
And here we go, Ryan Pearl on the kickoff.
A squib kick, which surprises me.
Well, we've got another breakaway run, this time by number 20, Sam Wildfong. He gets a nice field position there, right up to about the Raider 40-yard line.
He does, and if it was not for number 11, Jackson Krause, he would have gotten a lot farther. So that was a nice solo tackle in the open field by Jackson Krause.
Oh, my God. I played golf with him when he was a freshman my senior year. Jeez, oh, Pete.
And now he's a senior.
Yeah, now he's a senior.
Now he's a senior.
That's right. Huh. Yep. All right. Well, anyway, as number of gray hairs I've had on me recently. 41-yard line, St. Francis Gladiators get to here with the Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane's all of what, 20, 21 maybe?
I've still had gray hair. I'm still 20, but I've had plenty of gray hair. But we've got a nice breakaway here once again. Ethan Dajak working his way up to the 25-yard line, gain of about 15.
Number 4, Logan Watkins, and number 12, Jack Van Gilder on that tackle to bring him down on this side of the field.
First, I thought Sawyer Blazic had that play all broken to pieces there with a nice tackle in the center, but the handoff tricked me there for a brief moment, and Wildfong gained a good 15 yards. Right up to the Raider 26-yard line we go.
Sawyer is doing a nice job fighting down at that line. He's in the trenches, and last year and this year as well, and he'll be even stronger next year, his senior year.
And another run up the gut, breaking away out to the 11-yard line we go with number 30, Evan Bellinger. First time we've called his number and name tonight.
Kept out of the end zone by number 4 for the Raiders, Logan Watkins.
Another man that can do it all on this team, that's for sure.
And that's the thing about being a smaller school. You're playing both sides of the ball, and that gets tiring. But let's keep going.
Let's keep going indeed. Got to mess up the center here. Raiders able to swarm that ball carrier with, that's again Evan Bellinger. Brady Warchall there on the tackle.
A lot of white jerseys on the tackle.
Give the PA announcer credit for being able to decipher which one was which there. So 2nd and 9 from the Raider 10-yard line. Well, a positive, this is the longest possession that the Gladiators have had since their first one of the game. Running about a minute and a half now.
That is very true. Defense fighting them all the way.
That's right. And breaking in, touchdown, Gladiators, number 9, Braxton Lasinski fought his way in, found a crack, made use of it, and got 6 more on the board for the Glads. Not exactly what you would be hoping to see right now if you're a Raider fan. But that goes to show the grit and determination that this Gladiator team has had in order to get better over the postseason.
Yep, let's see what happens on their 2-point conversion this time. And I'm astounded at the number of schools up here that don't kick.
I know. Boy, I think Ryan Pearl only attempted it a couple of times last year. Lisinski works his way in. No news there. 2 more points on the board. So an even 30-8 game now. The Raiders back down 22 points. Although Logan Watkins had a nice 80-yard touchdown run here just a few moments ago, the Raiders looking to expound upon that momentum that he hopefully gave them. So we'll see how that goes after we thank our friends at Charlevoix State Bank. And we'll be back on the other side after this.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find a solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or visit them online at wilmotelectric.com.
And we're back in, ladies and gentlemen. St. Francis, another touchdown added onto the board. 30-8 is the score. Of course, trusty old Logan Watkins back there to receive. And a low kick this time. Logan Watkins struggles to gain it up. He does right at the 7-yard line. Bobs and weaves his way upfield, breaking out, finding more room.
One man to
50,
beat.
only one more to go. Working up the sideline. Can he beat him? Yes, he does. The second touchdown return of the game. This time brought to you by the Raiders and number 4, Logan Watkins.
Whew. His speed, he started slow, and then you could see him turn it on and get up the field.
Only an experienced player like Logan Watkins would know how to do that. Worked, waited for a moment, found his avenue, exploited it, and worked all the way up the field. Some looks to be about 93 yards from where he picked it up at the 7-yard line. He only had one man to beat, and that was the utility player Sam Wildfong, who was very fast in his own right, but just not quite enough to catch up to Logan Watkins. And the Raiders are on the board now with 14 points. The 2-pointer attempt going up and away here with Brady Jess looks to be just short.
I think he was short by inches there, too.
Man.
It's all right. Good attempt. 14 points. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's better than 0 or better than 8. We got 6 more on the board. Another great run by Logan Watkins.
But even, this is the first quarter. We've had 44 points scored in the game total in the first quarter, and we're not done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how many points we had to end the 4th quarter last time when the Raiders and Gladiators went to overtime. They had 44 points in the last quarter.
Wow.
And that's how things got tied up. So now the roles are reversed. 44 points to begin the game. Only time will tell if that flurry of activity can continue on. Nice shot there of the student section.
And I have a prediction. My prediction is they will no longer kick it directly to Logan.
That's probably a pretty good prediction. Although it wasn't going to him originally. It's squeaked through the legs of number 10, Landon Whistler. And he just
was that Landon or was that Jack Terryberry?
Looked like number 10.
I don't know. But anyway, Logan ended up with it, and he ended up in the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
Yeah, I am
so
too.
good with this.
And Ryan Pearl here looking to contend with Wildfong's boot. See how far he can bury the Glads back in their own territory.
He's partial to a squib kick, so I'm wondering if he'll really put a strong boot on it this time.
It would be nice to see that. I'd like to see Gladiators kind of have to struggle and start from inside of their own 30 this time around. Well, he does this.
An onside.
Yeah, my goodness. Given the Glads excellent field position once again.
Number 23, Jack Gruber for the Glads. He saw that right away and did exactly what he should have done and just landed on that ball for the onside kick.
So the Glads will be starting over at the 47-yard line of their own.
Gutsy call, I must say, by the Raider coaching staff.
It was gutsy, all right. I'll give them that.
Hey, why not?
So here we go. Endress and company. Still 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long night. We've got another runner coming up, and that's number 30. Once again, Evan Bellinger. He's adding some nice yardage here so far to this game since he came in on the most recent possession that the Gladiators had. He's had 3 nice runs so far.
And thank goodness for number 11, Jackson Krause. Got his feet and put him off balance, which is what tripped him up.
First and 10 from the Raider 42-yard line.
Of course, I wish I knew how tall Jackson is.
I think he's about 6'3".
Something?
About 6'3".
Okay, so Jackson's like a full foot taller than I am. So he's got that nice arm reach and got his foot.
Well, that'll help.
So it's number 11, Sellers.
Cam Sellers, yes, indeed. Finding plenty of room. Logan Watkins there trips him up nicely. In fact, he ran into his own player as well. Matthew Kane, 44. Logan Watkins had to pull double duty there. Brought 2 different guys down at the same time. Still an excellent gain here by the Gladiators. Moving the chains all the way up inside of the 25. They'll spot the ball right about the 23-yard line. .220 to go. First quarter. Hand off once again to Harrison Shepard. Not able to gain much there. The Raiders attacked in a hurry. Give him about 2 yards.
Yeah, defense held him that time.
Ryan Pearl there was credited with the main tackle. Second and about 8.5 from the Raider 22-yard line. And here we are. A handoff. No, I apologize. Harrison Shepard worked his way up for about 5 yards or so.
Hunter Lamarand on the tackle, number 55, doing double duty tonight.
Wrapped him up around the knees, and that was all she wrote for that run. 3rd and 3 coming up now. The Raiders giving the Glads their first 3rd down situation here in quite some time in this game.
Let's see if they can hold them.
That would be nice.
Let's go D-line. Get in that backfield. Get a sack right now. Right now. That'd be great.
Raiders are itching for a big play here. Well, looks like they're going to get one, except in the opposite direction. All the way in for another touchdown. Evan Bellinger for 6.
I'm going to credit that touchdown to the Gladiators' offensive line.
Yeah.
They open up a huge hole for him to run through.
36-14 is the score. My goodness, we're approaching 50 points here. And we're not even quite through the first quarter.
We've got 52 seconds left in the first quarter. This is a high-scoring game.
Oh, my God. Well, we could have 52 points scored in total with 52 seconds to go on the other side of this.
It's good math. Who was your math teacher?
Ann Gorney.
One of the best.
Oh, yes, indeed. And we got the 2 points. So it is 52 points scored, 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're going to step aside and thank our friends at Bingham Insurance. We'll be back on the other.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back in. Another touchdown scored by the Gladiators. 38-14, 52 points scored. Now you'd think, boy, that's a pretty good final score of a game. Well, normally I would agree with you, but in this case, we're not even done with the first quarter. Not something you typically see around here, but two highly charged teams going up to battle right now. Heck, even by most standards, 14 points in a quarter is pretty solid work all the way around.
That is a solid quarter, but the scores, the two for Charlevoix and the several for Traverse City St. Francis, they've gone quick. They're getting in the end zone quick.
And so far, both scores have been quickly made for the Raiders by none other than Logan Watkins, who's back to receive yet again. Line drive right to him, picked up at the 8-yard line. The 20, 25, breaks one tackle, got plenty more to go, working along the 35, and that's where he'll go out. Boy, not quite a touchdown, but he got to give him a lot of credit. He had 6 different Gladiators yet again to contend with, and the only thing that kept him out of the end zone was the fact that they were able to corner him to go out of bounds.
He did a nice job protecting that ball, too. He had to switch his hands and the arm he was holding that ball in to protect it from the defensive player. So he did a nice job securing the ball on his run.
So mark the ball at the 34.
All right, let's go Raiders.
Amen to that, as we're playing against the TC St. Francis folks down here. Brady just lines up. That throw was well out in front of
His
number
target
15.
was Brian Pearl.
Yep, that's right. So we'll try again. Give it the old college try the second time. So Brady Jess, one thing we're seeing him struggle with early on this game, although he had a marvelous 2-point pass earlier on, is getting those passes right in the numbers. They've typically been well short of the intended receiver.
Well, and last year Brady was an excellent passer, and look
right.
at him running. And I'm loving seeing his running game, because last year passing was his main thing, and now he's moving his feet more, and I think that's fantastic.
So gain of about 4 there. 3rd and 6 coming up. The Raiders at their own 38. 24 seconds and counting to go here. And the Raiders look to let it go as the time clock is going to be shorter than the play clock. Or will they? No, the coolers are out for the water break, so they'll call it good here in this first quarter of action. 52 points scored between both teams, 38-14. Will go down in the books here after 12 minutes of play. So with that, we'll thank our friends at Charlevoix Auto and Collar Clinic and come back after this with a word from our sponsors.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, ARC collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan
Commercials and get him in. It's up to you, man. You're in charge.
Well,
Mr.
without-
70-30.
Yeah. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming back into this one. Sometimes our conversations are interesting to listen to. So if you have a good laugh after we come back in from break, You're welcome, courtesy of Next Level Broadcasting. And Logan Watkins there. Gains about 2, but it will remain well short of the line of gain here. So it'll be about 4th and 4. The Raiders' own 40-yard line. Well, Ann, you're at this point right now in the game. What are you thinking? They're only 4 yards away, but that could be a huge, huge number as well, especially with how tough this St. Francis defense has been, although the Raiders are desperate to get some points on the board here before halftime.
It looks like they're going for it. I don't see Ryan Pearl lining up as a punter. For that matter, Ryan Pearl is lining up as a wide receiver. So that tells me exactly what we're doing.
Justin shotgun trips to the top and bottom. What a play we're going to have here. Just a moment. Jess keeps it for himself. He should be able to get it. No, in fact, he's met well before the line of gain. Out of nowhere, burst number 12, Tyler Enders, and snuffs out Brady's run. So it'll be a turnover on downs. Gladiators get it back over at the Raider 41-yard line.
That was too bad. I thought the offensive line opened up a nice hole for him, and he made it close. He was within 1 yard of the line of gain, and I would have liked to seen him turn a little sooner. But that Gladiator defense, he had 4 Navy jerseys going right after him and knowing exactly where he was on the field. So they did a great job tracking him and stopping him. So all credit to St. Francis defense right there, and that was – I thought that was a well-run play by the Raiders, but the Gladiators followed it all the way.
Just made the most recent stop, throws to Cam Sellers, wide open. And guess what? And if you had to guess what just happened right now, what would you say happened?
I would say that Cam Sellers, once again, made a big play.
Yeah, I would say you're right. And what did that big play result in, Ann?
That would be a touchdown for the Gladiators.
That's what it was, yep. And the Raiders at home are wincing a little bit at this one.
The Gladiators are certainly celebrating Sellers, and we've been saying his name an awful lot. He's an absolutely incredible athlete. And it was a great pass.
Yeah, indeed it was.
But that's what we talked about earlier, too. It's like the clock is – we don't have a lot off the clock yet this quarter because these touchdowns are happening quickly.
On every drive except 2, the Gladiators have struck pay dirt within the first 3 plays. And that's why we have a current 44-14 score.
A lot of whistles.
Jalea game, offense, so yep, another 5 yards thrown on there.
Yep.
That's the 3rd time that they've had to go for extra yardage on their extra point attempt so far tonight.
Yep, and that lead official again is Don Gustafson. Very experienced official for both football and basketball. He does a great job.
Another thing I love about this field is that they have the mics wired right in to the posts around here, so you can hear exactly what they have to say, and that is such a wonderful facet to have here at this stadium. So, Gladiators will try it once more. Gets in, no problem, and that was Harrison Shepard. 4-2. 46-14 is now the score. Yeah, why not? We'll thank our friends at Martin Concrete for supporting us, and support us they do. So we'll be back after this. Get another drink of water. We'll be back.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
To your dream destination, anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Okay, well, another touchdown on the scoreboard for St. Francis. 46-14 is the score as the sun sets over the hills of West Traverse City. What a beautiful view we have here. If nothing else, nice view indeed of the field, of the sunset, everything around us. Heck, I could park right here for a while.
And get out your camera for those of you that don't know. Shane does some really great photography.
Thank you. Although I got to say, you and Tony here have a nice setup yourself with the camera. Got to get some good pictures of Emmett.
We do. And several other Raiders at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Wild Fong yet again. Man, what a boot. I would love to see him kicking for a college. He's about as good as they come from Northern Michigan. Logan Watkins, though, is about as good as they come as a quick runner. He gains about 10 there, which would normally, again, be pretty respectable. But when you're at your own 5-yard line to start, it's a long way down the field.
Well, and inside that 5-yard line, and where Wild Fong is excelling as a kicker is not just distance but placement.
Mm-hmm.
He really knows how to place that football. And I have to agree with you, Shane. I would love to see him kicking at a collegiate level. I think he'd be fantastic.
And more credit where credit is due here. So we were talking about cameras a moment ago. Our main cameraman tonight, Ryan Bentley, who has an absolute phenomenal setup and does a great job for us every year. You should see what he has going on right now. He's got like a spider going on across this press box as we've got another big run coming up here for the Raiders comparatively with this game.
Number 12, Jack Van Gilder.
There you go.
He took a shot by a defense. I don't know what his number was. I'm kind of upset. I stuttered there because I didn't know what number, because our number 12 for the Raiders, Jack, just plowed into him and got a couple extra yards. So that was a well-earned yardage by Van Gilder down there.
Nice 8-yard gain. One of the biggest non-touchdown plays we've seen so far in this game from the Raiders. And Brady Jess will keep this one, trying again. This time he'll get that line of gain and then maybe about a yard more.
It's so sometimes it's always hard to tell with those sticks, depending on the angle we're looking at. And we're way up in the press box, which is fabulous, by the way. Again, kudos to TC because they've been nothing but gracious hosts tonight.
Right.
But when you look at it at the angle, you really got to watch those sticks and the placement of the sticks. And no matter what school you're at, those guys holding the sticks, they are volunteers.
Just rearing up for a deep throw, just in front of Jackson Krause. There is a flag, so we'll have pass interference coming up.
I agree with that call.
Yeah.
He was all over Jackson, and there was a lot of contact, so Jackson could not get a play on the ball.
Jackson didn't trip over his own shoelaces, that's for sure. So that will go on, I believe, Harrison Shepard. Okay. Thank you.
So for high school, that is a 15-yard penalty to move the Raiders up, or 15 yards against the Gladiators.
So the Raiders certainly appreciated that. Gets them up now to their own 42-yard line. Logan Watkins, who else, working along the side here, although he gets messed. Oh, and the ball is popped out. The play is dead. The play is dead.
Fortunately, they whistled him down before that ball came out.
A lucky break indeed there for the Raiders.
Yeah, he got a few yards of forward progress.
Which, considering all that he went up against there, was a feat in and of itself.
That's true. There was a swarm of gladiators around him.
So a second and a short 9 coming up here for the Raiders. At their own 43-yard line, we'll call it. Still 9 1/4 minutes to go in the first half. Just with the hand. Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a mess up that was. Wow, what? I'm at a loss for words, and I've never seen anything like that. A handoff, get more or less, for lack of a better term, intercepted.
Picked off, yes. He grabbed the handoff.
Yeah.
I believe that was number 6 for the Glads, Isaac Kerr. Am I correct on that?
Well, for now, I'll concur with what you said.
Little play on words right there.
Thank you.
What a heads-up play on defense.
So the Raiders had a good thing going there. Their most forward progressing drive of this game, apart from the two 85-plus yard touchdown runs that Logan Watkins has had so far. And it gets blown out by Isaac Kerr, who grabbed the handoff.
Number 30 right up the middle.
Yep, here we go. Oh, he gets tripped up by number 2, Garrison Sterrett there. That was Evan Bellinger, who's had a good night for himself as well this evening.
All right, good job, Garrison. I think last year I called him G-Dog. I can't remember what I was yelling in the stands for Garrison on JV last year. G-Dog, G-Money.
You would know better than I. How did the whole dog and money thing come about? You've got a grandson still in high school.
I do, and with Garrison, that mostly came from his mom. Whatever Nicole told me to yell, I would scream it.
Nice. All right. Well, Harrison Shepard taking this one up. Gain of about 3 or 4 there as he crosses the 20-yard line of the Raiders. Hunter Lemoran there on the tackle yet again.
Hunter Lemoran is doing a lot of duty tonight. He's been a key player on defense tonight and working on offense as center and snapping that ball and then trying to block for Brady back there. Hunter's doing a great job.
From ace pitcher to defensive stalwart here in this game.
Oh, heck of a baseball player.
Yeah, well, it looks like the Raiders kept that one from going any farther. Couldn't quite tell from this far who it was had the ball. That was number 5, Harrison Shepard. I should have figured as much.
They even had loss of a yard.
Wow, all right.
So kudos to the Raider defense on that play.
Tyler Enders coming back in with some marching orders from the sideline. And you had a pretty interesting stat a moment ago with what we have going along here with the St. Francis sideline. 13 coaches.
13 coaches for the St. Francis Gladiators. 13 coaches. 43 players on the roster and 13 coaches.
That will make a well-oiled machine for sure. Harrison Shepard breaks away from the jersey grab, and he might have enough for a first down. It'll be close.
I believe it depends on where they spot that ball.
Yep.
They might even have to measure on this one from what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Nope, they called it a first down. And again, I'm seeing it at a bad angle from up in the scorer's
We
booth.
are about probably 55 to 60 yards away from the ball right now. Up here about 50 or so feet over the field playing surface. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Raider 13-yard line coming up here for the Glads. Chewing some time off on this play. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. And away we go. Another run up the center with Cam Sellers this time. Not able to have one of his shining runs there. Raiders once again, defense taking care of things in the center. Only allowing 2 yards there on that run.
So it does seem to be our defense is meshing a little better, getting a little better in their first game here as the game goes along. I think they're playing better.
And running along the, oh, wow, okay, touchdown. Wow. That was
30.
30, it was Evan Bellinger, okay.
Maybe they're giving Sellers a rest.
I guess so. Well, Evan Bellinger needed some points on the board. He's had a lot of great runs so far this evening, so it's good for him to get some points for all that hard work. A touchdown to his tally, 52-14 is now the score.
And the talent for the Gladiators is very well spread out. We're going to try an extra point here.
I think they've got a comfortable enough lead. They might as well.
I want to see him hit the scoreboard.
Well, Wildflong certainly has the boot to do it.
He does.
Up and away. Just under it. Darn. We might see that later this evening. You never know. So 53-14 is now the score.
I have been to games in the past where that scoreboard is right behind the uprights, and they will kick it into the
I
scoreboard.
wonder if they regret the placement of that scoreboard nowadays.
Nah. And it's a nice scoreboard.
It is a nice,
it's a
very
state-of-the-art,
nice.
up-to-date scoreboard. It's
Some smaller colleges would be envious of a scoreboard of that caliber, that's for sure. But before we go to commercial break, we want to take a moment to thank everyone who supported us this evening. Bingham Insurance, Charlevoix Auto, Charlevoix State Bank, the Villager Pub, Wilmot Electric, Swanson K&D, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, and so many others. So we're going to step aside here for this break and be back after this.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric.
Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving Northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today or visit us at bartlettshomeinteriors.com.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars.
On that, no, there might be a possibility. We'll see. And we're coming back. Another touchdown. Sam Wildfung was only about 10 yards short of having that be a field goal back at the 40. And a nice run up there by Logan Watkins. Gets up to about the 21 2-yard line.
And Logan's foot was on the goal line.
Yeah.
So he brought that out, that 22 yards. Not a bad return.
No, no. Cotton candy, pink and yellow skies. The jets flying over from TVC Cherry Capital Airport. Of course, one of our biggest sponsors. Right around 70 degrees. Couldn't ask for better weather to open up this season.
This is perfect football weather.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have Levi here give everyone a quick little showcase of the sunset in front of us. Maybe.
Our view. Oh, looking beautiful.
That's
looking
right.
absolutely
Looking
beautiful.
indeed. Thank you, Levi. And we've got a flag here on the play.
It's against the Raiders because we're backing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards.
I believe that was a false start.
Maybe. Delay a game.
Oh, there we go. And that's why we have Tony up here, our excellent spotter. Thank you very much. Oh, Brady just bobbles that one, able to gain it back up, running a long ways to find an open man. Oh, just in front yet again, this time Logan Watkins. He kind of had a hoop right through his hands there, just couldn't get a hold on it. And I know you were holding in some exclamations there.
You know, I was, but, and Shane can attest to this, I get so excited about cheering for the kids and watching them do great things that when it's that close, and you know he wants it back.
Oh, yeah.
But I also know that once you put that helmet on, your peripheral vision is obstructed. And I think we forget that these athletes, they're still students.
Yeah.
You know, they're still teenagers, and we expect them to be like, oh, he should have had that. And it's like,
expect them to be the next
this
Calvin
is difficult.
Johnson.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is difficult.
Well,
Quick
this time,
pass.
Yeah, a nice pass indeed. Gain of about 5. Ryan Pearl there. So the Raiders get a yard in front. Yeah, maybe even as much as 2 in front of their original line of scrimmage here. So 3rd and looks to be a long 8 coming up here. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jess throws this one, gets tipped away, and that went well in front of Jack Van Gilder.
That had to be a quick pass too, and the previous one was quick. It worked. This one was quick because of pressure. And I think Brady did the right thing, reading that and going, I have to get rid of this ball. So I think Brady did it the best he could on that play.
So Ryan Pearl forced to boot this one deep no matter what he wants to do. Kicks that one about the 45-yard line of the Gladiators. Flags all over on the field. And Harrison Shepard tripped up at the 30-yard line. See what the ball position will be on the other side of this penalty.
I'm wondering what the penalty is. Number 11 for the Raiders did not look happy about the flag. But they are bringing the ball back. So I'm wondering if we had an illegal block.
Well, we're waiting for our wonderful mic'd ref to give us the official word.
So he's now back to the spot of the foul, and I want to see how many he's going to count out from that.
2 penalties. Holding on the Glads, that was declined. And a second holding penalty. That one will be enforced against the Glads. Interesting.
So 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. Okay, that makes sense now.
I would pay if I had the money first. But otherwise, I would pay to have this system back in Charlevoix. Let me tell you. So 1st and 10 from the Gladiators' own 42. Rare opportunity for them to start in their own half of the field tonight, and a great defensive job here by the Raiders.
58 and 60. 60 is David Gray, and number 58, I don't have him on our roster.
That might be 56, Ryan Glass.
Was it
is
56?
That possible?
All right. Oh, it was 55, Hunter? Hunter Lemoran.
Eagle Eye Tony on us here once again. Thank you very much. A loss of a yard there for the Glads.
It's kind of nice to have a spotter.
Oh, my God, isn't it ever? 2nd and 11 coming up here. 4:40 to go. And my goodness, that run went absolutely nowhere. Bellinger tried. So gain of absolutely 0 inches. Hey, Emmett Felter was called on the tackle there.
Emmett Felter on the tackle. He is doing a great job as a defensive tackle on that play. And normally I see him playing in defensive end, not tackle, but he's gotten into the backfield a couple of times tonight. So he has improved in 2 years as a player. I cannot tell you how much. He's done a great job. And he works at it. He works hard.
Enders with a nice pass to Shepard. No problem there. Wrapped up, though, by Raiders number 4, Logan Watkins.
Wrapped up his feet. You always go for the feet. Go for the feet. Go for the feet. Makes a nice first down for the Gladiators.
Yeah. Good 20-plus yard completion there. We wind our way inside of 3.5 minutes to go, although that's still plenty of time for another 2 or 3 touchdowns to go up by way of this game. Gladiators worked their way up the sideline. Cam Sellers squeaked his way through. It didn't look like he could get anywhere. Found a hole in the last foot along the sideline. Worked his way up, losing his balance at times, was able to regain it and get 6 more points on the board. A very improbable run by him, but if there's anybody that could do it, it would be him.
Sellers is having a great night. And I want to credit also number 30, Evan Bellinger, on that. A lot of our defense was going towards Bellinger. And so he sold it really well so that Sellers could get down the field.
Well, the Glads are making it, or looking to make it, a 60-point game so far for them. And Sam Wildfong for the kick again.
I still want to see him hit the scoreboard. He's got the boot to do it.
Oh, no doubt.
He can do it, no doubt.
Up and away. This one will be short, landing in the cement there right in front of the scoreboard. But gets the point in by a mile regardless. So 60-14 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to step away here, thank our friends at Bingham Insurance, and be back after this.
Small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find a solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or
Sam Wildfong taking care of the duties yet again today. line drive. Bounce at the 23 all the way into the end zone. So a touchback will ensue.
I think the touchback was a good decision by Logan Watkins to let that go past him and just take it out on the 20-yard line.
That ball had a lot of velocity behind it. I imagine bouncing around like that would be pretty hard to stop even for someone the likes of Logan Watkins.
He's fun to watch, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's a scrappy kid.
You know, I don't know, something about these uniforms that the Raiders have. He just reminds me a little bit of how, you know, obviously I wasn't alive for this. That's how young I am. But from the videos I've seen of Barry Sanders a little bit tonight, he's been able to juke and jive his way around things quite a bit.
Logan's got some good moves. He can change direction on a dime, and in his position, that's what you need to do.
Although the dime did not find the slot here.
It did not. Nice metaphor, though. I
Thank
really
you.
like that one.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's yeah.
The student has become the master.
Well, after 3 years, I'm slowly, I might still look at the wrong roster every now and then, but I'm slowly working on gaining my verbiage.
For anyone new to this broadcast, Shane was my student back in 7th grade, 8th grade,
and
10th grade.
Yeah.
So the student has now become the master.
To think that was almost a decade ago. As Raiders find themselves in yet another jam pile coming up.
It was kind of like a rugby scrum right there. Using all that terminology I developed from watching the Olympics this summer.
That's another sport I'd love to be able to get more familiarized with, because that's a very popular sport around the world, is rugby.
And we're getting better with the women's team winning the
That's right,
bronze.
yes. Lona Meyer did a wonderful job, the star of that team this year.
Especially, I love the last 10 seconds of the women's rugby final for the bronze game.
U.S. making a lot of waves in the Olympic competition this year.
Always fun to watch. I love watching sports I normally wouldn't watch.
Right. Jess, wow, that one had some heat on it, although it was right about where Logan Watkins would have wanted it, right about shoulder height.
You know, it was, but they had number 34, Matthew Rylson, in the backfield, and he broke up that pass.
Okay.
And he just went straight into the backfield, just a straight line, and he was seeing the football and already seeing the end zone for a pick six. But he is the one that broke up that pass.
Well, 2-minute warning just sounded here for the first half. Ryan Pearl kicking right about where he was the last possession, about the 10-yard line. Ball falls right where it was the last time as well, 45.
And they called a fair catch.
Yeah, might as well.
So 1:55 left in this half. Plenty of time for the Gladiators on offense.
Lots of reps to be run now for the younger guys. Give the veterans a good break here. They've got a lot of tough competition coming up. Of course, Kingsley later on in the season, defending state champions. So Gladiators have a lot to look forward to. I believe Lawton is next week's game. They're coming up here.
And we have Oscoda next week at Oscoda. So we have a little bit of a road trip, but I'm happy to do those road trips early in the season.
Yeah, early. Yeah.
I mean, this is
the
a road.
weather's still nice.
This is a road trip for us too, because come October we could be driving in snow. We don't know.
Well, we'll have another timeout called here. Man, I should have. Well, you know what, Ann? You did some great sleuthing for us earlier on with our wonderful athletic director, new from Marquette this year, Alex Teseo. Normally, I would go ahead and say this stuff, but you did the sleuthing, and I don't want to take the credit from you, so why don't you go ahead and let us know how our teams are doing so far this early fall season.
The boys soccer team has gotten some wins under their belt. Wednesday they won over Kingsley 3-0, and then they had a back-to-back games. They had another game on Thursday against Sault Ste. Marie and won that 4-1. So they are 2-1 overall. Their only loss is Harbor Springs, who is, again, our rival on the soccer field and always an excellent soccer program. But the boys soccer team has a game coming up on Tuesday, the 3rd, at Boyne City, and then they will play Grayling at home next week, Thursday.
Oh, boy.
So come on out to a home game on Thursday and support the boys soccer team for the Raiders.
Indeed. And that's a sport up here in northern Michigan that doesn't get as much attendance as it should, much accreditation as it should. These athletes, boys and girls soccer teams, work just as hard as anything else, and they put on a great show and have done great in years past for the Raiders. So go out there, support them. make sure you give all our Raider teams lots of love here.
Yep. That was 76 Connor Ortiz on the tackle.
There you go.
Who was he assisted by? Okay. I'm going to give the tackle to Connor.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've said Connor's name all night anyway. Connor Ortiz on the tackle.
If I missed it, and certainly if Tony missed it as well, then I think it was pretty much all Connor Ortiz handling the business there. And a run up the gut yet again. And a nice gain of about 15 there, tripped up by Logan Watkins.
I tell you what, Logan's doing a lot of duty tonight.
Although he was a little
both
bit,
sides of the ball.
He's a little slow to come up there off that hit. A little bit of a hitch in his giddy up there.
He did get spun around.
Jack Gruber was the man carrying the rock there for the Glads.
Another first down for the Glads with 1 minute left on the clock before we hit halftime.
Well, if nothing else, at least we've got a beautiful sunset in this game here. But I tell you what, Connor Ortiz was that? 75?
That was Sawyer Blazik,
Sawyer
75. And Sawyer read that perfectly. He saw right where the ball was going. First handoff was fake, followed it to the second one, and got him right there in the backfield. Makes it 2nd and 15.
Couple of nice losses of yardage here for the Raiders. I don't know why you're staring at me, Ann.
I think Shane should mute me more, you guys.
No.
You guys text in and tell him, like, Ann, stop talking.
Because I
Shane
thought
should do
my
it.
eyes saw Connor Ortiz, the 6 and the 5. That's what my eyes saw, 76. You had the right call, and so, of course, you deserve to take that one the full breadth.
Shane's being too polite.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa.
anyway.
Hey, you know what? They're letting the clock run down, but the Raiders just ended that half on a nice, strong defensive play.
That's right.
And
Good way to be
like
positive,
that.
Ann.
I like the way they're going into the locker room right now.
Lots of 4 to end the half there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away for a nice 4 or 5 minute break here. Let some ads run. Maybe find a sandwich before they're gone and come back after this. So stay tuned.
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out in getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today or visit us at bartlettshomeinteriors.com. Bartlett's Home Interiors, where you're always at home. M66 North, Charlevoix.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in northern Michigan for over 35 years.
There, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Martin Concrete, Twin Bay Docks, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, The Lemoran Agency, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Culver's of Charlevoix, Skydive Charlevoix, Jim Reel's Friendly Ford, CarQuest Auto Parts, Burnett Foods, Charlevoix Barber, Professional Seamless Gutters, and Collar Clinic.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Get either Hunter Lemerand or Logan Watkins.
Okay. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into our TBC Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Shane Smith and Gorney, Levi Prohl, and our special assistant tonight, Tony Felter. Our eagle eye in the sky here, watching us, taking care of the game and the stats for us. And it's been a breakneck game here so far for St. Francis, 60-14. We got the stats to prove it here in just a moment, but let's get some positives here for what we've seen from the Raiders so far.
You know, from the Raiders, they knew it was going to be tough coming out.
Yep.
They've had, on stats, how many first downs have we had?
5.
We've had 5 first downs. We're making it there. Our only 2 touchdowns were just long, long runs by the speed of Logan Watkins. And his juke moves and things like that. He's a positive of the team. But as we're going, and even though the scoreboard doesn't show it, I see the defensive line in there fighting. I have seen Emmett Felter get behind the line and into the backfield, putting pressure on. And it's really his only second year at varsity, and he didn't play a whole lot last year, so that's a heck of a lot of improvement. Really impressed, as always, with Hunter Lemerand, making defensive plays and playing hard as the center on the offensive line. Sawyer Blazik has been in there several times. I love that I saw Connor Ortiz on that tackle.
Yeah, I know.
I'm loving having Connor on varsity for this his senior year. And Logan Watkins, Brady just will find his flow.
Yep.
He's a strong guy.
We've seen some good runs from him so far this evening.
He's using his feet more than he did last year already, and I'm loving that. I think that's going to be great coming through the season.
But we do want to give some credit here to the Gladiators. Obviously, they're having a marvelous game for their own, 60 points. And some of these stats are just unreal. I mean, they're kind of hard to think of even in a full game, let alone a first half. They've had 16 first downs, which is a little more typical, but they've had 29 rushes for 260 yards, which is averaging out to right about 9 yards per rush. They've had 101 passing yards so far, or an average of 33.7 yards per attempt.
What a fantastic stat for them.
I know. And overall, 11.3 yards per play across everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
A well-oiled machine here for St. Francis, and they've got the seniors and the coaching staff to prove it.
Yep, 19 seniors on their roster. And juniors, they have 14 juniors on the roster, so 33 combined juniors and seniors, and then another 10 sophomores. So 43 kids on the roster for them. We, the Raiders, we have 10 seniors this year rather than the 20 we had last year. We do have 8 juniors. Listed on the roster are 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen. And so if people don't know at home, if they're playing both JV and varsity, you can do a combined 5 quarters of competition in 1 week.
And we heard from Coach Jess. We had a preseason interview with him about a week and a half ago. And he was saying that the numbers are hurting a little bit this year just because of the massive size of the senior class that we had. So there's going to be some, instead of growing, some shrinking pains here. Players are finding their roles a little bit as time goes on and developing as they go along with more younger guys on the front lines across the game. So with that, Ann, before we cut it back here for another minute and a half or so commercial break, there are some more sports that we wanted to highlight coming up here after the past couple weeks.
You know it. Varsity volleyball has their first home match of the season coming up on Thursday, which is the same night as the soccer game. So you could go on Thursday, watch some soccer, and watch some volleyball on the same night. The JV freshman volleyball games will be at 5:30. Varsity will start at 7. Now, for boys cross country, they took second place out of 10 teams at the East Jordan Invitational on Wednesday. Hunter Eaton is a sophomore, and he placed second out of 101 runners. And he ran that race in 15 minutes and 26 seconds. Can you believe that? That's just, for a sophomore, that's an outstanding time.
Oh, my goodness me.
Boy, Ryder Hopkins, another sophomore, placed 5th. Matt Solomon, and if you haven't met Matthew Solomon, he does so much at football games. He runs scoreboard, basketball. He does the book. He'll run the scoreboard. He is such a great, helpful guy. He came in 7th place.
Okay,
in
well,
that
good.
invitational. So
Yep.
kudos to Matt Solomon, who's a junior.
Lots of young rising stars there for
Yep.
sure.
And David Dashlear is a senior, placed 11th. So 1, 2, 3. We had 4 guys placed in the top 11 places in that invitational for cross country. If you haven't seen our mud run, it is on Saturday the 7th. And to explain our mud run, the fire department comes out and they hose down a nice big section of the cross country course, and the kids get to run through the mud. Thus, we call it the mud run. It's a great race to watch. And if you want to run it yourself, there is an open event at the end of the meet that you can go out and run that race if you would like to. For the girls cross country team, they placed 4th out of 10 teams at the East Jordan Invitational last Wednesday. Rachel Dashlear is a junior. She placed 9th out of 80 runners. And other top performers were Maya Rohrer, who's a senior, placed 14th, and Addie Weirs is a sophomore, placed 15th. So that's a great start for the girls. Again, they will be at the mud run on Saturday. If you haven't seen the mud run, it's a great event. For girls golf for the Rayders, they finished 2nd out of 10 teams at the Grayling Invitational last Monday. Avery Keita. Avery Keita. Sorry, Avery, if you're listening. Forgive me on that. It's the first game of the season. She's a senior. She finished 5th out of 52 golfers to lead the team. Sarah Pletcher is another senior, finished 8th, had a great showing. And a freshman, Maggie Schaefer, finished 12th out of 52 golfers.
Wow.
And that is fantastic. So, again, we've got home games, volleyball and soccer coming up on Thursday, and the mud run coming up on Saturday. Come on out and support those Raiders.
Well, good job and congratulations, Raiders, for everything that you've been able to do so far. We're just about ready to wrap things up here for this halftime chunk.
You know, that first half took a long time. That first quarter took 55 minutes.
That's a good stat. I heard you bring that up earlier. Isn't that something? 55 minutes
It's
first
the longest quarter of football I
Oh.
have ever seen.
And we had to find a way to talk about it for 55 minutes. Well, at least the second half will take less than that if the score holds the way it is right now. We will have a running clock the rest of the game, unless the Raiders pull some magic out of their hat and start running up the score on their own side. So,
who's got possession to start the second half?
The Raiders do.
Raiders have possession.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good way to do it. It is a beautiful night. It's about 70 degrees. We're still seeing some sun on the clouds over to the west on Lake Michigan. And that's always gorgeous to see.
Yeah.
It really is a perfect night for football. It is very humid out, so the guys have to be hydrating. Right now they're out there doing lots and lots and lots of stretching to make sure we don't get any injuries. One of our injured players, Ian Moran, was our JV quarterback last year. I was so looking forward to seeing him on varsity as a running back. But unfortunately, he had a broken collarbone, and so is going to have to sit out a few games for this season.
That's always tough to see. You know, anybody, any young player, whether it's on our team or others, you never want to see somebody so young in their career and their life get injured like that, because high school sports is such a finite amount of time for them to be able to play and enjoy their time here on these teams. So we wish Ian Moran, and obviously anytime we see a player injured, the best recovery, the most speedy recovery that they can, because it's always tough to see. Now, they just did extend the clock for another 2 minutes or so. So with that, we are going to step aside here and thank a couple more of our sponsors as the players get out and stretch a bit more. Stay tuned.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s-era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street, or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat. And well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming back into this. Excuse me, as I finish my last bite of sandwich there. And we got to give a lot of thanks here, very warm thanks to the folks at Traverse City St. Francis for obviously hosting us in this great venue, but also providing so much food for all of us to enjoy. It was a great treat to be able to have here. Not something that you always see in smaller division schools, but they put on a wonderful buffet of sandwiches and cookies and all sorts of stuff that we could nibble on here during our game. Very appreciative of their warm hospitality.
Yeah. TC St. Francis has been an absolute great host. And to our new to Alex, our new athletic director, just so you know, we're now going to expect this all the time.
That's right.
Here's the kickoff.
Here's the kickoff. Bounces right over one Raider into the hands of another. I'm guessing that's probably Logan Watkins as he turned his way up the field. No, it's not.
That is Jack Van Gilder on that return. Nice return, Jack.
Okay, Jack Van Gilder. I got to put his number more on my radar, number 11. All right.
He's number 12.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah. Jackson Krause is number 11, directly above him.
It's first game of the season, folks. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Now, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't hear that last about 10 seconds or so. Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. Run up the middle. Raiders, why not? Push their way forward. Of course, they're going up against, Levi, going up against, I'm sure, a number of second stringers here for the Glads.
That was a nice handoff to number 22, Brady Warchall. He really took it up the gut and took a few Gladiators with him. Love seeing that. Go, Brady, go. Both Bradys. Brady Jess at quarterback, Brady Warchall at running back.
That's right, yeah. Speaking of Brady Jess, we'll see what he can do here. That'll be another handoff. This time to, Mr. Jack Terryberry himself. I worked with him last about a year and a half or so at Screen Masters. Up until this spring, I moved to working with Charles full-time, but I got to say, he is a wonderful young man, kind of quiet, but he's got a great personality once you get to know him. Very kind, caring soul, and do whatever he can for you. So it's great. I have a lot of fond memories of working with him. Good young man indeed. Joy of a person to be around. At the 45-yard line of the Glads now, Jess will take that for himself. Gain of about 4.5, 5 yards there.
He had the option. He was looking to throw and decided to keep it himself.
And it worked out.
Why not?
Not nice 4 yards, which for a running play up the center is a very respectable gain.
And again, I'll credit our offensive line. And if people haven't noticed, I have a tendency to credit linemen because they do so much on both sides of the ball. And they're the reason that the quarterback has the time to make those plays.
Low snap with Jess there. He's able to hand it off to 22. Mr. Brady Warchall. There he is.
Nice run again. Another first down.
Yeah.
We're going. Just keep marching down the field, guys. Let's go.
We do have a running clock reminder, 60-14 score. Anything greater than 40 points beginning the third quarter would constitute a running clock. And Ann, I'm noticing there's a number of spiders around here with your name on them.
Spiders don't bother me. So.
Oh, that's right. I thought you were the spider girl. Never mind.
Nope. Now, if it's a snake, we have a different story.
Well, I'll make sure to bring one along next time. Mr. Warchall again, working his way up. Looks like he might have enough for a first down.
Are you the snake guy? Wait, no, I'm sorry. Spider guy? Spiders bother you?
No.
I'm like, Shane is Mr. Woodsman. He is like, get me out in the middle of the woods. I will find a waterfall no matter how difficult it is to get there. And so I cannot imagine that any woodland creature would bother him.
And not a golf ball-sized spider that I had on my arm the other day either. I just showed Ann a picture of.
Yeah.
But here we go. Jess working his way, running forever along that 15-yard line.
Might have gotten a yard out of that play. It was an awful lot of running for 1 yard forward. But sometimes that's the way football goes.
And that's the way how life goes sometimes too, ladies and gentlemen. You might do a lot of sideways running before you get to make any forward progress in life.
But as long as you're making forward progress,
that's all
you're
that matters.
good.
That's right. So second night coming up here. Raiders at the Gladiator. Looks like to be about 15-yard line is where they spot it for sure. And running along the sideline, in for the touchdown, number 2, Garrison Starrett.
G-Dog running it into the end zone. And, you know, we were kind of looking towards the center of the field, and then he went out to the left wing and ran it in.
Yeah.
Fantastic play by Garrison Starrett. Good for him. I love him making his varsity debut tonight. I'm wrong on that. He played a little bit last year at the end of the season during playoffs.
You're right, he did.
Garrison did. They pulled him up.
Well, we're back to a 40-point game, so if the Raiders make the 2 points here, I believe that would stop the running clock, at least for now, if I'm not mistaken, since we're inside of 40 points. And it is.
And it's 2 points.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they have to bring it back down to.
Well, we'll
to get it to
find
stop
out here.
running.
And the PA announcer giving the cheerleading squad some credit down below with their gold pom-poms. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a moment here, step aside as the ladies down below get a little bit of airtime here on their cheerleading squad. We'll come back after this word from Bingham Insurance.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.